You were ready. You had a plan, you had the motivation, you had the good feelings, you were recreating the positivity. You were ready, and life threw you a curveball. And now you feel like, what's the point? I got to take 10 steps back just to go one step forward. But let me tell you something, setbacks happen. But in today's conversation, we're going to talk about how to move forward and rebuilding confidence because you are stronger than you realize. What's up, everybody? I'm Coach D, and welcome to Resilient Conversations with Coach D. Today's video, we are talking about rebuilding confidence after a setback. And so make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so already. Like this video and share it with someone who you know needs to rebuild their confidence. I am so glad you are here. So let's get into it today. Experiencing a setback, whether that is through a betrayal or whether that is feeling looked over or something more personal, experiencing a setback can come with some heavy emotions, whether it is stress, whether it is guilt, whether it is self blame, depression, anxiety, frustration, and all those cousins. They are very weighty emotions. And let's talk about how first we should just normalize that people experience setbacks, and it is not a failure. Neither does it determine who you are as a person, the value and the potential that you have as a person. Once we have acknowledged how something has impacted us and naming the thing that is causing the emotional weight, it does take away some of its power. And then what seems to happen is we experience some relief, some exhale from just being able to verbalize it, and then let's talk to that little voice that starts to creep up in our minds that wants to take back that relief that we just experienced. And that little voice that I'm talking about, I'm sure you're familiar with it. It's that inner judge, that inner critic of ourselves. And that voice, how it likes to come in sometimes and say, you're not good enough. You're not worthy enough. You don't deserve to experience XYZ. It's you. You're the problem. How did I let this happen again? It's because of me. Oh, no, 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 no. No, no. So we are going to challenge that voice, that critic, because that critic does so much damage. And I know y'all can some of you that are watching this can relate to that. You find yourself spinning around and around. It has you on a hamster wheel of doubt and guilt and stress. And absolutely not. Not in this video. This video, we are confronting that little voice and replacing those negative thoughts that try to rob us of the ability to exhale. We are challenging those with affirmations. And so I want you to take a moment to think about maybe some negative beliefs about yourself that you've experienced today. We're not even have to go back far in the past. Maybe just today. Are there any negative thoughts that you have thought about yourself based on a setback or a bad experience that you feel like, or that you have allowed yourself to think of as a failure? What have you negatively said about yourself? And now we're going to replace that with, I do deserve good. I deserve to feel loved. I am capable of um, stepping outside of my comfort zone. I am capable of saying no. I deserve to have my boundaries respected. I deserve to experience the good in the world. I deserve to have genuine friendships that care about me. I deserve to have authentic relationships that support me and love me. You know, we can go on and on about these affirmations, but it's not necessarily about what you say, it's about what we are replacing, right? So instead of those negative self-beliefs, we are challenging that and replacing it with affirmations, because the truth of the matter is setbacks happen, but it does not define you. And that in itself is an affirmation. I am allowed to experience setbacks that do not define me. See how that works? One of the things that we have to get, I want to encourage my Excel community to get more in tune with, is celebrating small wins. Yes, the big wins are phenomenal, they are coming, but it is the small wins that, when we don't celebrate those small wins, we rob ourselves of opportunities to feed our confidence. And so with confidence, you know, it's not just something that is fixed. You know, the good thing about confidence is that it's something that it's a practice that you build. You know, and so we experience more small wins so that when those big wins come, baby, we have already built up a reserve of confidence to walk boldly in the big wins. And so when it comes to resilience, you know, I used to think about resilience as like just the grit, like just buckling down and bracing yourself and pushing through, right? But really, the resilience comes in when we're able to be confident in who we are as individuals, as humans. And the reality is that we're human and we are flawed. We have flaws. We are going to make mistakes. We're not perfect. And just because I am still giving effort and I may be trying to give my best and something happens that feels like a setback, that does not wipe the slate clean and mean that I have to start all over again. The confidence comes in to say, you know what? I'm going to allow myself to experience this and all that comes with this, but I'm going to give my, and all that comes with this, and I am going to give myself an emotional boundary to say, you know, I'm confident enough to know that this is going to come with some weighty emotions. I am going to feel hurt. I am going to feel sad. I'm going to feel frustrated. And yet I know that in about 10 minutes or an hour or a day, I am telling myself, girl, you got this. Girl, you can face this. Or you got this. Self, I can do this. Self, I can make it. Self, I can recover. Self, I will be restored. And that confidence in knowing that even if sometimes the feeling isn't there, if the more I say it, the feeling is going to come. But I'm working on my mindset, right? I'm working on my mindset now to get my mind right. My feelings, they're going to fluctuate. I may feel it some days and some days I may not feel it, but I'm not focused on my feelings right now. I'm not completely focused on my feelings. I am focused on my mindset. Finally, it's time to take action, intentional action. So I want to encourage you today to remember that confidence is a practice. Confidence is built every time we push ourselves out of our comfort zone, or even if we just push ourselves just a little bit. Though whatever feels manageable to you, that is still a push. That's a gentle nudge towards not being frozen and feeling stuck in a problem. So I want to encourage you to take intentional action. Start taking intentional action, whether that is today, tomorrow, or within this week. Let's take some intentional action to build our confidence. That could be speaking up more. That could be reaching out to someone that maybe you have lost contact with and you haven't talked to in a long time. Or maybe that could be allowing yourself to apologize. Intentional action. You know, we're all about our intentions. Reminding yourself of your value. That's intentional action. Remember, confidence is a journey. It takes time and it takes practice. So I want to encourage you to be patient with yourself. Allow yourself to build that trust within yourself, knowing that you got you. You are going to take care of you. And so lean into the affirmations. If there's something in this that was shared in this video that you're going to try, or if you have something to add to this video, I would love to hear from you. Drop it in the comments. That will also help build our Exhale community. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video. If you know someone that could benefit from a confidence boost or rebuilding their confidence, share it with them. This is a growing community, and I'm so glad to connect with everyone. And also, I want to encourage you to take some moments to make sure that you are breathing in deep and exhaling even more, because the reality is you're doing an amazing job. And I'll see you in the next video.